Hey there, fellow duplicants. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Oxygen Not Included episode 35, which originally streamed live on Twitch. Hey Manny, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Water's looking good. The ice liquefiables, here, let me just drop the ice out so it can melt a little faster. Ice is looking good. Germs are good. Breathability is really high. Stress is 0. No one's sick. And I got new printables. Nope. Wrangle and Murray. Let me see if there's anyone else that could do some research for me. So taking a look at the skills. Maybe we'll have Viper do a little research. So priorities, Viper. You, much like Matt Damon, went from janitor at MIT to researcher at MIT. How do you like them apples? That was a good movie. Good Will Hunting. If you haven't seen it. So here he is in the telescope, analyzing more celestial bodies. Oh, the other thing I never ended up doing is addressing the phase change of this steam, but it seems fine. Actually, I think I calculated it so not too much steam went through. Which is perfect. My space scanners have limited scan quality because of interference to nearby industrial machinery. That actually could be this pump. So that might be my fault. But at least this one has good quality, so the network is good enough. Yeah, I think this this gas pump is a little bit too close, and it's ruined the scan quality. So what heavy machinery, I guess I didn't ask this, is... what heavy machinery is there's a certain subset of things, like gas pumps, which interfere with the scanning. So I think that's what's going on there. The other way to sort of safely deal with space launches is what you can do is you can have a space scanner, like a third space scanner set up. So if I had a space scanner set up over here, set up to detect the launches itself so that it's sort of like a meteor shower detector, but instead it detects the launch coming back and will open up the doors automatically. But for my purposes, I'm going to do this manually so that I don't have to add... an incredible amount of additional bunker doors and another space scanner and so on and so forth. But for my previous colony that I did, I had a space scan dedicated to launch rockets. All right, we should be coming home in half a day. And I'll have to keep an eye. I'm at this point going to flip dangerously, but I'm going to flip the override switch here to keep these bunker doors on and open for the return. But if there's a strike, it's obviously going to be a big problem. Oh man, we're collecting rust from out here. That can't be efficient. Not at all. Cheers. So it's warning me that telescope is idle because I finished. So this is a metallic asteroid. The launch is coming back any moment now. So this metallic asteroid has iron, copper, obsidian, and some unknown things. And I'll just keep analyzing. So I can show you the sort of variety of stuff that's out there. So any minute now, we're going to see the rocket return. Some of these ladders are getting thermally damaged, I think. Yeah, here we come. Oop, that's... I think I misclicked there. No, we're good. Someday... Oh, I had it paused. Someone needs more coffee. Come on now. Space mission complete. And here it is. Rocket has landed. Used up all but 5 kilograms of the steam. So there should be... Oh, I guess all of it. Right, it uses up all the fuel. That's why you measure the amount of fuel. We extend the gantry so that the pilot can come out. Unassign Kelvin, so Kelvin is now free to return back to the base. And it also dropped these databanks. So these databanks is each stack of 50 is from these 5 research modules that went out and analyzed that asteroid. And now that I have databanks, I can stick the databanks in here. Where? What is it, miscellaneous? I don't even know what they're classified as. Consumable? I don't even know. But yeah, we use the databanks in the planetarium to advance our research. There it is, even further. So select databanks. They're industrial ingredients. That makes sense. Sweep them up, and then flip the override switch so that if these doors need to be closed, they can close. In fact, I can just force them closed by flipping the second switch. Because if I don't have any planned flights anytime soon, I don't really need them open. Yes, I have completed my my stream goal, my Steam goal. I see what you did there. I completed my goal, so yeah, it's free reign. I do want to kind of show some of the additional stuff that you can do with space with the time that I have left. But if we take a look at here... Now, if I take a look at this asteroid, I have more information. So what we did here, the research that we did is the upper and lower atmosphere of the magnetic field, and then surface study and surface sub-study, which gives us an information about some extra resources that can be found there. So not only is it refined carbon, coal, and diamond, but niobium and isoresin, which are space materials that you can only get going to space. So it's a somewhat of a, you know, a reason to build a cargo bay. I will run... So here's the thing, is like, going to the other asteroid, which is also a carbon asteroid, is not going to be interesting. It's going to give me a little bit of research, but it's not going to be interesting. It's basically going to have the same world composition because it's the same carbon asteroid as the first one. So I think what I'm going to try to do is to do a cargo mission instead out to that asteroid. And let me do the rocket assistant to figure out how many cargo bays I can have. 1. I can have 1 cargo bay at all. So let's redesign this rocket for a single cargo bay. Boop. Boop. And do a collection of niobium and isoresin. Cargo bays require a lot more... They're heavier than research, so they require more thrust. So steam-based cargo is not a good idea. But we're going to do it anyway. So in order to get cargo bays unlocked, we need to research it. So that's another thing that we'll need to do. And we'll probably also want a molecular forge at some point. But I'm going to raise the requirement of this virtual planetarium up. So right now I'm going to pivot. Instead of solid fuel combustion, I'm going to do solid cargo. So that we unlock the ability to have cargo bays. And either Kelvin or Viper is going to go in here and start to do the research. Well, that doesn't belong there. There it is. Doing the research. Oh, no. Well, very, very, very briefly. And this is the Interstellar research for cargo bays. And then cargo bays also takes the traditional research too. It takes the computer and supercomputer research. So that will tap into a bit of our water. So this pitcher pump here and our water supply gonna get taxed a little bit. I might want to tap into this. I have a pump here. I just haven't hooked it up. So I guess I should prep to hook it. I guess leave that in place. We've already have it powered up, so I think all I need to do to draw water here, this should not be on the same automation network. Put a signal switch here, keep it separate. It is pipe spaghetti. It is indeed. So, as you might imagine, there is a finite amount of research that you can do going out. There would be no reason, now that I fully researched this asteroid, to go back there. If I went back there with research banks, I would not gain the kind of research that I would want, right? So, but you do end up getting enough research to finish all of the research tree. So there's different types of cargo. There is solid cargo, which is the kind of cargo that I would find myself needing at a carbon asteroid. Niobium and ISO doesn't require regular cargo bays. But then there is liquid cargo. So crude oil or petroleum obviously would be liquid cargo. And then there's gas cargo, which I have not yet discovered yet. But that would be research trees here. Liquid and gas cargo canisters and tanks. And then there was animal cargo. So, biological cargo bay allows you to take aliens, I guess? Okay, Kelvin, why are you super unbelievably stressed? Did you get stuck in a suit or something? She must have gotten stuck in a suit. Somewhere. Hopefully her stress goes back down. She's the only one stressed. Viper's 1%. She's 42. I think she'll be fine, though. Alright, so here is the water that I wanted to add so that we don't run out of water up here doing all the research, because research uses a considerable amount of water, which is odd. Actually, the novice research here uses dirt, and I don't have dirt. That's going to be a real problem. I'm going to have to compost a lot of stuff, I think. Let's start working on that. Muck root. Not sweep. What can I compost? I can compost... My fungal spore seeds. Yeah, I could do that. I could also compost, go out and find sleet wheat and stuff like that to compost. But, see, whole list. Fungal. Or seed. So sleet wheat grain. I'm going to start hopping around to the sleet wheat that's out here to trigger it to be composted back into dirt. Because I'm not going to be able to finish up the research. That's actually an interesting constraint of Badlands that, like, I hadn't really thought of. Is the fact that you're going to be severely limited on dirt, and therefore literally unable to, like, do research later on if you run out of the dirt that you took for granted. Interesting. Unless, of course, choose blueprint. No, it didn't. I was like, unless I could just print dirt up from nothing. But not in this case. Let's see if there's dirt on the map at this point. So, cultivatable soil. There's dirt here that I could grab. So really, any little bit of it will help. Oh god, that dirt is so out of the way. Is that the best? No, that is not the closest. I have nothing better to do but to dig for dirt, so there we go. Yeah, there's only dots of it here, here, here. They're basically dots right next to the geysers. Seems to be the pattern. Some of the wheezeworts are built on dirt. So I can destroy the planter to get the dirt back. Some of them are built in clay, but the ones built on dirt I can break down. Because I could always build these with farm tiles or clay planters or something, some alternative that doesn't tie up the dirt. I could also, yeah, I could cook fertilizer for it. I don't know how much fertilizer I have, though. Let's take a look. I have 12 tons, yeah. That's a pretty good amount of fertilizer. So, in the database, fertilizer solid. I would just have to superheat it, I think. What processor would that go through? Non-flush toilets? Yeah, I could turn food into dirt that way too. But I mean, with compost I can make some dirt. Now let me add some additional compost to the base here to increase the throughput of composting dirt. Yeah, I hadn't really thought about that until now, and I was like, oh yeah, I don't really have dirt to do the research. So the advanced research is 60 out of 100, and the interstellar research is 176 out of 200. And the novice research is oddly what fell dramatically behind because of a lack of dirt. Yeah, you can make dirt with trees and pips, but I don't have either of those at the moment. So that's not something that I could do as a solution in 75 minutes. Unworkable, is what I would say. If I don't manage to get out to the cargo, big deal. I had my launch. That was my endpoint. This is just icing on the cake. I do think I have like 2 random pip eggs that I probably stuck into storage somewhere. But I'm not really going to be able to produce a significant amount of dirt with those Yeah. Nope. No, I don't have pip eggs. I chose not to print them. Yeah, because I chose like 3 hatch eggs for the omelet instead or something like that. But here's the additional compost ready to take on compost jobs. Whoa, Kellyanne, you did not get less stressed. You got more stressed, if anything. Just because you haven't gone to the bathroom in a long time. There you go. Holding it all day long? Yeah, that would stress me out too. So I have 1,400 kilograms of dirt. Seems like my push for dirt worked. I only need 600 kilograms to finish research, I think, so that should be enough. Interstellar research is already done, so this virtual planetarium has already run its course, and there should still be some data left over. Yep, there is 200 data left over, so that I could make some progress into solid fuel combustion or something else, right? So it's... yeah. It's good. I feel like I'm missing, I'm missing some suits here. So this should be 9. We're trying to get research done. So let's just kick it to 9s. The spare seeds can be composted. Really, all blossom seeds at this point could be composted. All millwood seeds could be composted as well. I think... Is this a seed box? Yeah, okay, here we go. 195 kilograms of millwood seeds, compost. This was our seed box, so... Because it's sitting right next to the composter. Stress is going up again. Full bladder. What is your problem? New schedule for Kellyanne only. Give you random downtime in the middle of the day for you to go to the bathroom. It's like you don't understand how bathrooms work anymore or something. I don't know. Good eye on that. I'll give Kellyanne random downtime in the middle of the day to avoid that issue. Very strange issue. Alright, so strikes are incoming. I turned on this signal switch, which allows the scanners to control whether the door is open or not, and they're going, oh yeah, keep them closed. You know, I actually don't really care about telescoping any additional celestial bodies, so I'll keep that closed. So how close are we to being done? 54 out of 70 and 90 out of 100. Very, very close. What? Your stress is still going up? Girl. What's your problem? Full bladder again? Oh, what's going on with you? There's some sort of bug. There's no way that a duplicate needs to go to the bathroom 3 or 4 times a day. What the hell? You have a full bladder, but your bladder is only at 28%? Yeah, it's a bug. Hey, Parkany, thank you for the sub. It's probably one of those bugs that which would resolve if I saved and loaded, I'd assume. That might be a wise idea for me to do. So a steam engine with one cargo bay and one command module. Oh, you know what? It might be unreachable. I might not actually be able to go anywhere with steam and a cargo bay. Yeah, I can't. So I'm working towards cargo bay research with no ability to actually take advantage of cargo bay research, I just realized. Maybe they have a UTI. It seems like it. You still have a full bladder. Didn't you literally just go to the bathroom? Yeah, you did. Okay. I'm gonna save and load because it's broken. And hopefully this will resolve the issue. Hopefully. Gotta love technical difficulties, especially when they're not my own. Oh boy. So slow. So I think if I wanted to get cargo going, I would probably need to research petroleum engines or solid fuel boosters. And that's not likely something I'm going to be able to research and manufacture within an hour, which means I don't think cargo is viable at this point. So instead, I think what I'll do is I'll do another research run. Out to the other carbon asteroid for the additional data that I can get. Well, stress is dropping tremendously, so I'm assuming that works. So let's go back to schedule and move you to the default schedule. Yeah, it was just some sort of bladder bug. Interesting. Annoying, but interesting. Restarting, that seemed to work. So, Steam. Let's get that moving. We're getting back out there. We have a lot of digging to do, though, because we are so, let's call it snowed in. So there we go. Solid cargo is done. But I don't believe that we can go anywhere. So the next solid fuel boot. So what we could do is we could do a solid fuel thruster in order to get us the distance, which burns refined iron and oxylite. And it would be possible for me to manufacture some oxylite, I think, given my rust production. So we'll see if it's possible. But I don't want to make any promises because it's a wee bit of a long shot, I think. Given the time I have left. So we are refueling the steam rocket up for another launch. And this time we are going to be launching out to this one, because this one is unanalyzed. So we just need to dig our way out and fuel it up with the steam. Wow, that is a lot of high pressure steam. 67 kilograms high pressure steam. And then for me to start to do the oxylite refining. So here's the cargo bay. But because the cargo bay weighs so much, steam power can't get it out to an asteroid and back. That was the problem. So, oxylite, huh? So I've done oxalate refining before, and the way to do this is to, like, produce it and drop it into water so it doesn't outgas. So the oxalate refining process... Oh! There's going to be another issue with this, though. So I'll show you. This makes Badlands even trickier to do with. So Oxylite Refinery synthesizes oxalite using oxygen and a small amount of gold. I don't really have gold. I have very, very, very little gold. Which makes oxalite refining tough. Very tough. Interesting. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that till just now. So let's put the refinery... God, I forget how this works. I think you need to use an auto sweeper to, like, sweep it up and drop it into nothing. I forget how I designed my oxalite refinery before. Usually what I do is I do sort of my... I try to set, like, all the things that I'm going to have to do on stream. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up, like, a previous save and just show you how I did oxalate refinery before, and then use that to set up. It's going to be easier for me to just visualize it rather than for people to type it out. So I'm just going to do it this way. It's going to be easier. And less annoying for me to try to interpret long-winded descriptions, which I don't want to do. Right, buddy? There. You get a little bit of Yoda while you wait. Yoda eating Cheerios. This is going to take, like, forever and a half to load this colony, though. Hey, bud. The forever load of a late stage colony. So this is the one where I had a YouTube series. This was the last sort of save of the YouTube series from a year and some change ago. Been a while. I suppose I could have tried to wiki it. Try to do that in the background while I do this. Oh, here it is. If it allows me to click. Maybe. Maybe. There it goes. So this is the last colony that I had. Late stage, full space dock, thermium, etc., etc. And my oxalite refinery is here. So the way this worked was... Okay. Yep, that's kind of what I thought. The way it works is that your refinery gets piped in oxygen, but the oxalite itself will outgas quickly, if not swept up. So the auto sweeper sweeps it up and sticks it into a bin, which is also submerged. And then you have the physical oxalite to be able to shove into your system. So let me screenshot, and then spend the year and a half loading the other one so that I... store it. Because what ends up happening if you don't store it in water is the oxalite will, unless it's overpressurized, unless it's an environment, and I guess I could do that too. Maybe I'll have you vote. Should I use liquid or high pressure O2 to keep the oxalite contained? Liquid or high pressure? I'll just have you vote for 2.5 minutes. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make enough oxalite in time to get a cargo run going, but I'll try. A new challenge. But there you go. There's the poll. Do I use liquid, like you saw in that screenshot, or do I use high pressure O2? So oxalite won't outgas once the pressure in it exceeds about 2K kPa or whatever. So if I can just stick the oxalite into a 2K environment, it won't outgas naturally, and then I can shove it into the rocket to use. Liquid's probably easier, but pressurized oxygen is fine too, because all I would need for pressurized oxygen is a high pressure gas vent and a valve and a liquid lock. And for whoever is making the oxalite to go through a liquid lock into a room that's just pressurized, it wouldn't be that hard. It wouldn't even necessarily need to be oxygen. I could use carbon dioxide or something like that. because I have this flow here, which I could use to high pressurize a room. It actually might even be easier to do high pressure, to be honest. Either way, you know, I can get it done relatively easily. So as soon as this strike is over, I'll go ahead and, well, I guess we need to refuel this first. But as soon as this is fueled up and ready to go, I will get the other research going and then try to get a cargo run using solid fuel. So, where is my solid fuel? Yep. So I'm only going to have about 199 out of the, or rather 99 out of the 200 science for the Interstellar research to get the solid fuel done. But then once I make the trip out to the closest asteroid, I'll easily meet the threshold to hit for solid fuel being finished. Okay, not very many votes, but it looks like Liquid wins. So let me set that up, and I'll update my priorities. Should have mined some of this out, but whatever. I can rebuild it. So I'm having two liquid locks, and I'm going to have a connect in here, and I'm going to make the Oxylite in between so that I have it easily available to me. And to speed up movement speed, I'll have it be floored. Cool. I don't believe it matters if it's in a vacuum environment or not, because I'm going to be storing it in liquid. So, yeah, that doesn't really matter. And we'll have a storage bin, a bottle emptier, and another bottle emptier. Let's mine that top out. And more bottle emptiers. I guess the liquid locks don't matter either. I don't even know why I'm liquid locking, because it doesn't matter if it's contained within the environment or not. All that really matters is that it's not exposed up top, so we don't get sunburned while we make it. So let me fix like a lot of this, because none of this really makes sense. So fill this all in. And then an Oxylite refinery with a pressure plate, a weight plate, so that you know when Oxylite's sitting there, you can queue it up like that to hit a certain threshold of Oxylite to be made. So, you know, you set your storage to like 1,000 Oxylite, and then once there's Oxylite sitting on the weight plate that exceeds a certain weight parameter, you know that, oh, okay, my storage is full. Turn off the Oxylite refinery. And then set this up to really any liquid. It doesn't really matter. I don't think it's going to boil off. So we'll do water as soon as it's done. Yeah, I don't have a lot of gold, but I have enough gold that I can make this work coming in from the strikes. So then this storage here will be for gold. And then this storage will be for Oxylite. So, consumable ore, Oxylite, 9. Max storage, we'll say 2,000. I don't... Yeah, that will... Oh, dear lord. We got snowed in. Is this fueled? Not yet. I just have gold amalgam. I don't actually have refined gold yet. But I have a fair bit of gold amalgam. Here, let me add gold. And, start running gold amalgam to gold. So, another storage here, which will be for gold amalgam. And then this here for gold. I don't have any gold to put it. Oh, who's entombed? Again, are you? Oh, look at that. Good. Trying to commit suicide in style. Chemo will dig you out, maybe. Nope, Chemo will leave you. Has there been... Oh, okay. I was just reading your message. I don't think it was stupid. So down here we'll have metal ore, gold amalgam at 9. Keeping in mind, of course, that like the gold amalgam is going to be stupidly hot. Again? It's always you, dude. It's always you. I mean, I know I'm having you mine in a meteorite strike, so like, it's my fault. But my lord. Sure do like... Maybe you have some sort of weird desire to get crushed to death. Maybe your need for snoo is much higher than I anticipated. Alright, so very soon the steam engine will be all refueled, and as soon as these strikes stop, I'll send a research team out to the other carbon asteroid. And oh, yep, here we go with gold. So now I have gold being made. I really don't need too much of it because it doesn't take much, but here, refined metal, gold, 9. For this to work, I need to sweep this up, plug this in. So the automation wire here will turn this off at a certain weight. I probably need a NOT gate, though. So automation... Because I didn't actually take a screenshot of the gates. So... And then up top, I need a auto sweeper. The only issue with this auto sweeper, I'm going to make it out of steel, is it's going to be subjected to possibly a lot of heat. It might overheat because it's in a vacuum environment. So I'll just have to keep an eye and make sure it doesn't overheat. I think quite possibly it will, but you know, we'll see. Doesn't need to be elegant, just needs to work. Cool. How many meteorites does it take to crush a dupe? I'm sure their suits are taking a beating. This is probably done. Yeah, because see the pump stopped because it overflowed. So I'm going to turn that off. So we are all fueled up. So now it's only really up to digging this out and having it launch. Oh god, more strikes! Come on! Stop it! I'm already crushed. Alright, so this storage bin will be for Oxylite. This storage bin is for gold. None have been delivered yet. And I have 700 gold. That's probably enough, so I'm going to stop this. I actually don't have it memorized how much I'm going to need, but 700 sounds like a lot. Hey, Azure Storm, thank you for the sub. Azure Storm. That's awesome. I'll choose that. JD, I already spoke about the auto miners, but basically what I said, the TLDR was setting up proper auto miners that won't overheat themselves without the abundance of thermium is so much more work than it is worth, considering that this is the last stream ever, that if I went with an auto miner setup, I would probably not even have my first research launch because it takes so long to set up properly liquid-cooled auto miners. Whoa, that was a good dodge. So, yeah, the TLDR is auto miners, too much work, too many hours. Like, setting up the proper auto miners would take, I don't know, 10 hours alone or something like that. I ain't got time like that. Yeah, I know you missed it earlier, so I figured I'd re-clarify, but setting up proper auto miners is a bit of a mountain of work. Which is why I haven't done it. Am I running out of oxygen here? No, my tanks are full. I'm running very low on salt, but... Okay, so, if I was able to dig out, which unfortunately all my miners right now are, like, sunburned, but if I was able to dig out, I would be able to launch. What are you doing? You're grabbing iron? Jesus. Maybe have a door to prevent the flashover? Yeah, it's probably wise. Have some sort of mech airlock here. Maybe we'll even put 2 of them. Any skills useful? Thor got skills. Let's give him construction, I guess. The dig out process is going much slower than I would want it to. I'm gonna set the digs to 9. We don't really need to dig this section out so much, so I can remove it. Still waiting on trying to get out of here for the launch. Ladder access to the right, not just to the left. There's ladder access both sides. This is you can move through this system without being, you know, with no problems. So I'm not 100% sure what you mean. You mean places above the bunker door? Oh yeah, I could have ladder access here. I would just need to do a lot more digging. So there's no reason that I haven't added it other than it's just more steel, more digging, etc. It's harder to get from my liquid dock lock up here because of this trough and the fact that I don't have a gantry over the rocket. So it's faster to just usher them this way. And it looks like that's, we're almost done. Getting all the regolith out of the way. Yeah, if I really wanted to go left to right, I would need to build some sort of, like, gantry system to allow the dupes to move from left to right faster. But as it is now, they would move down and around, and it would just be a very inefficient way to get to the digs. Fall! There we go. These aren't powered yet, so this is obnoxious. But I think we're good to go. Oh, we're missing an Atlas suit. Let me undock one. Come on now. Get it delivered. Run, run, run. Okay, we are set to launch. Whoa! Close, close, close! I think strikes are coming. I like how I was still using the telescope. And no vision. Yeah, incoming object detected. Well, there was a very small launch window, and we made it. Oh, it's going to be really annoying that the command capsule... Oh, cool, I can control it from here somehow. But the command capsules, yeah. Alright, so that liquid lock is all set. Or the amount of liquid that I need here is all set, so I'm going to turn that off and sweep that back to the water storage. And now all that is needed is oxygen intake for this to be able to make Oxylite. Neat. Thank you for tuning in to Oxygen Not Included Badlands, which originally streamed live on Twitch March 31st. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below, but please keep in mind that this series has since ended, and it was also casual without backseat gaming allowed. If you'd like to catch live streams of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. Thank you so very much for watching. I hope to catch you next episode, or an upcoming stream of some other game. Farewell.